Welcome back to friends, this is Sonia here, and today I have these amazing collection of stencils from Craft Treat. Yes, they have come up with some really beautiful designs, and I really wanted to share this with you all. And let's get started. So here is the small size of stencil, and let me measure the size for you. So this is 6 by 6 stencil, which is just perfect for your card making, for your journal, and even for your home decor pieces. And I really love the design. Now this one is love checks. Then the other one which they have is peacock flourish. This is really beautiful. And the next one is my really favorite. It's a postcard design, and this looks so real and so good. You just need a plain cardstock, do the stencil work, and it's ready to use. Now the next one is the Moroccan tile, and it has the flowers and the curves. And then the next one is the Moroccan flower trails, and this is beautiful. It has 2 stencils inside, and this one is really beautiful. Next one is really interesting. It's the one with the shapes with stencil, which is really different and really nice. I love this one too. Now again, this is similar to Moroccan style, and they have named it as a diamond tile, which looks really beautiful. You can play around with colors so much. So here you can see that if you use one color cardstock or a base, and then you add some different colors, you're going to get some really nice designs. And yes, each of the stencil pack at the back has mentioned all the details on how to use it. So that is going to be super easy for you all. Now the next one is the brocade. This is such a huge and beautiful pattern. I can really think of some really nice cushion covers, your bed sheets, your hand towels, and even your home decor. Like, you can do nice big planks with this kind of stencil work, and it is going to look amazing. This is one of the favorites of mine, and this one is the Damask designs, and it has 4 different designs in one single stencil, so which is just great. So this is a design what you can see here clearly on the back side, and here is how to use it, and this looks really great. And if you see, we can actually create nice patterns with this same stencil. Like, if I'm using this one patch, I can just do it on the corners also, and it is going to create a really nice pattern on my base. Now this one is again the square tiles, and like the one, you can use this one. With this also you can create really nice patterns, and it's going to look really cool. Really cool. Maybe you can play around with the coasters or your wall frames. It's going to look amazing. Now let's move on to the bigger size. Oh, I did not tell you the size of this one. So this is of 8/1/4 by 11/4. Yes, so this is quite big. This is A4 size stencil, and this one is a script stencil, which is a must-have for every crafter. If you're a scrapbooker, if you're a mixed media artist, if you're a decoupage artist, you need to have this. This is, I really feel that this is a must-have for each and every crafters out there. So yes, you can definitely check this French script stencils. Then this is the bigger size. This is 12. This is 12/12. The actual sheet size is bigger, but the working space is 12/12, which is so big, so huge, and so beautiful. And these are some of the other designs which is there available in these stencils. You can definitely check these ones also. And this one is with the quotes, so you can create some really nice beautiful home decor pieces, wall frames, welcome decor pieces, and they are going to just look fab. So now, using some of these stencils, I'm going to create an artwork. So let's get started. So here I have this MDF coaster and I'm going to use my chalk paint on this. Now this is a yellow shade chalk paint which I'm going to apply on my base, and for this I'll be using my flat paint brush and I will be spreading it really well. You can use your sponge dauber, you can use your paint brushes, you can use any of the mediums you want, and that is going to really help you well to spread your colors evenly. And anyways, chalk paints are just so beautiful, they are so good, and I really love chalk paints. So here I'm spreading my color on the sides also. I just realized that I took too much of color on my palette, but then that's okay, I will figure out something. Now I will first color up the back side of my base. So here I am just taking out all the extra on my paint brush, and now I'm going to spread it here. So this is quite easy. It's just that whenever you're doing this, you need to make sure that your heat gun is really handy with you, so that you can immediately dry up the base. I just need to do a bit more of brush up so that I remove all the extras of my color and I can cover it up here. Now first I'm going to dry this area. So here I'm using my heat gun, and with the chalk paint, once it dries out, it becomes completely matte. Now I need to add color on the front side, and this time I'll be a little careful. I'm not going to put too much of color. And again spreading my color. So here I'm using my chalk paint, but you can also do the same process with your acrylic paints or your shimmer paints, your metallic paints, and they are going to look really great. And of course I'm sharing all the links down in the description box. Do check that, because that is going to help you in buying those products directly, and you will not have to spend much time on surfing. So that is going to really help you. I need to add colors on the edges too. Just a bit of color and spread it. So this looks good now, and this is really interesting. Like, just imagine you can play around with so many colors, and this is going to look really good. Now with this one, like, I am planning to use this as a fridge magnet. You can even this is what I have thought of, but I'm not really sure that at the end what am I going to do with this. Maybe I can use this as a welcome piece, and or maybe I can use this as coaster. So it is going to work wonderfully, and that is going to look really great. Okay, I hope you can see the image clearly now, and I am almost done. almost done. So I just feel that sponge dauber is a little better option, but I really wanted to use my paintbrush because it's been since long that I haven't used it. That's the only reason I took out my paintbrush for this process. Now I'm going to use my heat gun to speed up all the drying process from all the sides. Okay, so I have one more poster, and on that I am going to use this pink color chalk paint. And the reason why I thought of doing one more palette is because I just felt that I can show you some more options, some more variations with this, and why not to have two different pieces at a time, and this is going to look good. So whenever I do this, I always plan out to make only one, and then I end up doing 2, 3, 4 pieces, and then I have so much of stock with me because I don't feel like selling these pieces. I really don't want to sell them, so I mostly gift them, or I have huge giveaways on my channel, my YouTube channel, my Facebook page. All the links are down in the description box, and there I always run giveaways. So I mostly give it out to all the people, those who follow my page or like my work and visit my page regularly, and I really appreciate them. Now I need to color up the back side also. So here, as you can see, that I'm using only one shade. You can use two different shades and create two different varieties of background here. That is also going to look really great, and you can actually use different kind of work on both the sides. So with one coaster you're going to have variety. Even that also works really well. Maybe I can do a tutorial for that also. What do you say? I can already start thinking of some nice work and nice variations what you can do. If you want me to make that, please do comment below. Please do ask me, what do you want to see? What do you want me to make for the next tutorial? Okay, so here I am done, and just to tell you all, this is early morning here in Mumbai, Bangalore, when I'm making this tutorial. So it's early morning in India, and I think it's 5 o'clock early in the morning, and I absolutely love working when I'm alone at home, because my daughter has gone for her class and I'm getting my me time to work. Okay, so this is good. Oops, I didn't realize I had to dry this area. No problem, I will just use my heat gun, and that is going to make my work really easy. Now again I'm going to run my brushes on the sides, and I need to color up these areas. So there were a few of the tutorials where I have used different colors for the edges, and they look really amazing. So just imagine you kept your coasters like this, and you see the top layer color different, you see the side layer color difference, and they look really 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 amazing. I'm done with two sides, one more side. This is fun, and like I said, I am going to do some nice really work on this. I'm really excited about it, and I am planning to use stencils. Of course, I love stencils. I love using them even for my card makings also, and I have been missing my card making since few days now, so maybe I need to spend some more time for my card makings also. Okay, so both my coasters have dried out well, and now I need to start with my mark. So I'll start working with my yellow piece now, and for that I have decided to use my the orange. I'm going to use my yellow color. So I'm going to have some of the yellow acrylic color on my block. Now this is an acrylic block, and actually can't see the hole. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to have some of the color. You just need a tinge of color when you are working with stencil, so you need to be really 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 careful. And this is the beautiful damask design what we are going to use. So let me unpack this, and wow, this is beautiful. This is really stiff, and it's so amazing. It's so amazing. Now the best part with these kind of stencils is that you can actually see where you have placed it, and it makes your work super easy. So I'm just thinking which one. Oh, see, all the designs looks so amazing, so lovely. So, and it's so confusing. Yes, I think this looks good to me. And now I am going to use my sponge topper and color. Now I just need to dab it a bit. I'll take some more color, dab it on my platform so that any excess color comes out on the platform, and then I am going to use it here. Now you don't have to overdo the color at all. You just need to be really gentle with your colors, and do not press too much. Do not do too much of coloring on your stencil, because it is going to overpour and ruin your project. Just be a little careful. I'll just take some more color, dab it, remove the extra, and then I'm going to use it on my palette. Now this is super easy. Okay, now this is done, and wow, this looks really beautiful. It has turned out so well, and now I'm going to use my heat gun to speed up my drying process. Okay, so here I'm going to use another tile stencil, and this is square tile stencil, and I'm going to use this here. Now this is really interesting. I am actually planning to have my stencil work here. I'm just looking for which design I want to have, and yes, I think this is good. I think this is really good. I'm just going to mix my modeling paste. I have also done a tutorial on how to make your own modeling paste. That is really interesting. Do check that tutorial also. I am listing down the link again in the description box so that you don't miss out anything. And here I am trying to apply a good amount of modeling paste. This is going to look really beautiful. I hope this turns out good, because the design, the pattern what these stencils have is really amazing. So here is one thing, if you know how to use your palette knife really well, these are called the palette knives. If you know how to use this really well with a very small quantity of your modeling paste, you can actually give the texture really well to your project. Now I'll remove this one, and wow, this looks amazing. Now I need to dry up my tile, and for that I'm using my heat gun. Like I always say, I cannot do without my heat gun. It is a must tool for all the crafters out there. If you're doing a mixed media project, if you're doing a decoupage project, you need to have a heat gun for sure. Now I'll keep this aside to dry, and till then I'm going to work on this style. And now for this one, I am going to use another set of tile, and in this one I want to have this one, and for this area I am going to have my modeling paste. And like I always say, if you use your palette knife properly with very small quantity of texture paste without wasting, you can spread it so well to your projects, and they look really great. They give such a nice 3D effect to your project. They give such a nice texture to your project. So of course there is a huge difference in modeling paste and texture paste, but modeling paste is something which I really love. So if you don't have the decoupage papers, if you don't have nice pattern papers, then stencils are just perfect. So now even in the Indian market and the other US market, UK market, you get such nice beautiful designs, and they are so available there easily also. So like I said, I am going to link down the product links in the video description box so that it's easy for you. So do check that. So did you see that I've used such a small amount of modeling paste, and this looks amazing. Can you see? These two looks really good. Now let me clean up my stencil and then I will be back. So now it's time to play around the colors, and here what I have is my shimmer paint. You can use your metallic paints, they look really amazing also. So I picked up this purplish shade. It's a cold touch purple shade, and I'm planning to use this on my textured work. So I'm just adding some more water because I don't want too much of a darker shade on my palette. So here with the pink, I thought the purple will go really well. And now I need to spray some water, and for this process I will have to be really quick because I have used my texture paste and I haven't done any coating there. So can you see that my texture is absorbing my color so well? That's the reason I haven't added any coating to it, so that it can absorb the color well. And now can you really see that how beautiful this purple shade looks with the shiny effect which is going to be there with it. One thing, you should not over rub your brushes on your texture paste, cause yes, it had dried out before I started my work, but then it's a texture paste without any coating, so it is going to get smudged if I overdo my brush work. So you need to be really careful. And I absolutely love the fact that it creates a really nice dark borders to it, which looks really amazing, really amazing. So yes, this looks beautiful now. And amazing, I absolutely love this one. Now while working with this, you might realize that, oh, you can see some of the dark patches here and there, and that is only because of your chalk paint. But then once it dries out well, it is going to fade off. You will not see any marks. It's just because when you add water to your chalk paints, you get some marks when it is wet, but once it dries out, you will not even realize that something was there. So here I'm just brushing up my color on the edges, and I'm just trying to have colors on the sides also, and this is just to add the shinier effect to my project. So yes, this is almost done, and this looks amazing. In from the sides I can already see the shiny effect, the metallic effect, and this looks amazing. Just adding a bit of more colors here and there to add a little more depth to it, and this is completely optional. If you like it in the lighter shade, you can have it that way, and it is going to work great. So just adding a bit of tinge of color, because I love having these kind of darker edges and they look good with that. Okay, so here I am done, and this looks immensely beautiful. Can you see the shiny effect here? This looks really great, and it has turned out so well. This is looking beautiful. Now I'll keep it aside to dry, and now I'm going to work on my second palette, and for this one I am going to use my orange shade. Oh, I just picked up another one. So I'm going to use this one. This is also with the gold touch. Now here is a twist. In this one I am going to spray my water. I'm not going to dilute my color at all, and now with a brush I'm just going to spread my colors. Now this is going to give a complete different effect to your project. The reason is I have not diluted this with water earlier. Now I'm just mixing it with the colors, So the water and the effect what it is going to give you is completely different. Can you see it is going to give a nice watercolor effect? And I'm just trying to spread this everywhere so that it smudges to all the corners. Now this is going to look completely different in terms of color, because here I have spread my color directly on my palette. I have not added any water to it before using it like the previous one. So can you really see that this gives a complete different look? And this looks gorgeous. This looks so gorgeous. I just want to add some more shades here and there. So I am adding some water on the sides, because there I have not spread the color, and my color spreading work on the center has turned out really good, so I really don't want to disturb that. That's the reason I'm adding some water and color on the other sides too. Just make sure that you add exact amount of water so that you don't overdo with the waters and everything. And can you really see that how beautiful this looks? And with just one stencil work, I have created such a beautiful piece of art. And just imagine having these kind of tiles for your home decor. You can just play around with the material. You can have varieties of tiles like this, and the different color, shapes, designs, and you will have such really nice wall decor pieces. You can use the same technique for your wall frames, for your canvases, and it is going to turn out really good. Okay, so here I am almost done. I'm almost done with everything. So this looks beautiful. So I am just going to let it dry and then we'll be back. So I just felt that I need to add a border to my this coaster, this particular one. So here I'm using my acrylic paint and I'm just covering up this area. Now this is just to give the final clean touch up and just to make sure that my edges look neat and clean. Here I'm using a round brush. You can even use your flat brushes, but it has to be very thin, so I just felt that my round brush is going to work well here. If you want, you can even use your sponge daubers also. So this is good. Now I need to add some colors on the other sides too. Now as you can see, my metallic paint has spread out on the sides, but then absolutely fine because I'm covering it up with my acrylic paint. You can even use your orange shade chalk paints. They are also going to look really great, and in one piece you can have different textures, you can have different color mediums, and they will also look good. So this is done. This is almost done, and this was super easy and super quick. Now you just need to be careful when you are working on the sides, because of course we don't want to ruin our other sides, so you need to leave some gap here and make sure that it dries out well before you start with your ceiling work. Now I'm again going to use my heat gun and dry it up. I'm just doing a bit of touch up on the sides where I have got my orange color, and this is okay. I just need to have good 2-3 coats of the other shade, the background shade, and it is going to be perfectly fine. Can you really see? It is not visible at all. So I'm using a small flat brush and I'm doing the coating work. Okay, so I'm done, and now the final drying process. So everything is done, and now it's time to add my final silhouette to it. And this is one of my favorite thing to do, because this is the time when I actually enjoy the work what I have done, and I really adore the work what I have done. I absolutely love to appreciate my work all the time. And here I'm using my varnish, and please do make sure that you apply good coat of varnish, because that is something which really seals your project. It is one of the most important thing for your project. I have been asked many a times that what if we don't use varnish, what if we don't use the sealers to it. It is very important, like our home needs a protection. Now these artworks also need protection from our daily use. Even if you are going to keep it inside packed, you need to make sure that it does not rinse off. And before doing your varnish work, you also need to make sure that your base has dried out really well, because otherwise it is going to get smudged and you are going to ruin your project. Now here I am using my Asian paint varnish. This is a water based varnish. Again, I'm mentioning that I'm listing down the links down below. I've also done a video on how to dilute these varnish, this particular varnish with water, the one which I'm using. So I have posted the link down in the description box. Do check that. Now I will just quick dry this one so that I can show you how I have done the backside work. So this is how my backside work, the plain stencil work looks, and this looks really amazing. And now I'm going to seal this one also. So of course later on I will be adding my varnish to the other sides too, and I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something new today, and if you have any other queries, please do comment below. I'll be more than happy to help you guys. So now here are the two beautiful coasters or the magnets, what you can say. It's up to me that how I really want to use it. Now this one has beautiful 3D work. It has got a beautiful modeling paste work, and this looks really nice. And in this one I did two work. The one is with the texture paste work, the modeling paste work, and this one has my plain stencil work. But this looks amazing, this looks beautiful. So with this, my tutorial is done, and I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have any query, please do comment below. I'll be more than happy to help you all. And yes, I'm having so many giveaways on my Facebook page and my channel. Please do check. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.